Hi everyone and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa and in today's reading we will be looking into will the person on your mind reach out to you? So there are three groups to choose from. Feel free to take as much time as you need to choose a group or the card that is calling most towards you. You can go based on the number, the picture, anything that really is drawing you in the most. Go with what you feel is best for you, okay? Timestamps for each group can be found in the description. I think it would be best to choose just one. You could ascribe a person to each group, but definitely be intentional with your choices. I will say that the energy of this reading is a bit more geared towards romantic connections. It's not the case for each group, but I do feel that energy. So do with that information what you will, and I will see you in your groups very soon. Again, timestamps will be found in the description, and yeah, see you. Also, quick note that nothing is set in stone. Don't let this reading deter you from the happiness and fulfillment that you're meant to feel in life. Let this be of service to you, and let this reading be a guiding light rather than, a deciding factor. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You do what you want. This is just meant to help you in your time of uncertainty. So I hope that this is what the reading provides to you. And again, I'll see you soon. Hi, Group 1, and welcome to your reading on will the person on your mind reach out? So let's go on and first look at what energy you're in, just to make sure that this is the reading for you. Let's go ahead, take a peek into that. Then we're going to look into the person on your mind's energy. Then we're going to look into if they're going to reach out. So let's see. What's going on with Group 1? What's going on with Group 1? Where are they at currently? Group 1, I kind of feel like you might be feeling as if you want to reach out with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I feel like you could feel a bit of confusion and this not knowing how things are going to play out or like what's going to happen. It's kind of like making you want to seek out that clarity yourself or take action to make something happen. You could be, you know, trying to gain more information through other avenues like social media or other communication forms with that Eight of Wands. But I am seeing that you are wanting something to happen. You could be wanting to reach out for a specific desire that you may have. Um, not really sure exactly what the desire is, but you could be wanting information. And you feel as if you're kind of left in the dark about what's taking place currently. I'm not quite sure exactly your relationship with the person on your mind. Like maybe they are, uh, you know, it could be any type of relationship, honestly. There's so many. I'm even thinking it could be an employer, a romantic interest, maybe even a friend. Like it could be any type of relationship. I just feel like you're kind of confused as to why you haven't heard back from them in some time, and you're feeling as if you might need to initiate some type of contact. At least that's what I'm seeing. Can we get more? Can we get a bit more for Group 1 to see what's going on for them at this time? What's going on for Group 1? yeah, I feel like you might feel as if you were left hanging, like what's really going on. You know, feeling as if you've been waiting for some time for a response or waiting to hear something back. Maybe you feel a bit stuck in the situation, like there's really no progress. You're not really seeing anything happen, or things aren't going the way that you expected. Hmm. Anything else for group one? How are they feeling right now? What's going on for group one? Anything else for group one? Yeah, you could be just trying to distract yourself, or you could be spending time with people in the meantime, or, you know, focusing your attention on the things that bring you happiness, trying to really ensure that you're staying emotionally grounded and fulfilled in the midst of not hearing from this person. Of course, you know, this could also be signaling that this person is a family member or someone that you hold close to you. But of course, the type of relationship will vary for all of you. But um, regardless, I am seeing that you're really trying to focus on getting to a place of emotional stability, and you're really focused on building connections that do foster a sense of um, fulfillment for you in the long run. So I see that being your intention. You're really wanting to focus on building emotional bonds that are sustainable and that do provide a level of comfort and reliability and good memories. And perhaps you are wanting that with this person that is on your mind. And maybe you're reflecting on the memories that you guys share and you're wanting to create new memories. But perhaps it's just been a bit hard to contact them. And I do feel like you're getting a bit restless and you're wanting to initiate contact, or you're wanting to really understand like what's been the holdup or what's been going on. So now, let's see now what's going on with the person on your mind. What's going on with the person on group one's mind? What's going on with the person on group one's mind? Well, group one, I feel, whoa, there's a lot of different situations coming through. I feel for the person on your mind, they're very, very focused on material prosperity and abundance. I really do see them either focusing on studies, or they're very focused on something that can be lucrative long term for them. I really see them looking at how they can increase their abundance in their life, or increase the opportunities for success. Um, for a lot of them, I do see that there's been a new opportunity that they are redirecting their attention towards, or they are really trying to understand their options in regard to some type of monetary goal and how to achieve that goal. For some of you, if this is in regard to family, I do see that perhaps there's a focus on a child, or someone could be with child, or they could be preparing to bring life into the world. Um, Maybe you're trying to figure out when they're expecting. That's for a small number of you, but um, there does seem to be an energy of abundance, you know, of birth, of creation, of generating something of long-term value, or just to focus on generating long-term value. Um, yeah, there's a big focus on goals I'm seeing. So, um, for some of you, it could be really observing, you know, the options available to them in general. Um, they could be very hyper focused on a specific option or opportunity. it feels material, like it's in regard to some type of opportunity. You know, I do see that they are really focused on a specific aspect of their life, and it does feel material. But let's get a bit more, you know. It does seem like they feel like they have to defend this position of their life, or defend the opportunities coming to them, or defend their focus, or really maintain their focus, because they do feel like a lot of things are competing for their attention. Um, but yeah, I just feel like either they're focused on a specific goal, or they're very focused on beautifying themselves, really focusing on themselves. Um, they're focused on preparing themselves for a new opportunity, or some type of study that they've involved themselves in, or trying to invest more into something that they deem valuable. They could be dealing with family, you know, issues, or they could be dealing with either becoming a mother, or they're dealing with issues in regard to a mother figure. Um, LOL, for some of you, I heard like baby mama drama. So I don't know. You know, that could be for a specific person. Don't take it if it does not resonate. But definitely for some of you, it does seem like um, someone is dealing with a person that is with child. But again, it could just be that they're focused on increasing the abundance in their life. Can we get a bit more information on the person on Group One's mind? What's going on with them? The person on Group One's mind. What's going on with the person in Group One's mind? I did see the Nine of Pentacles poke out. So I do feel like they're very focused on themselves right now. They might be really enjoying their singleness, or really trying to make the most of their life right now. We also have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, and behind that we have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So I do feel like there's a lot of things presenting themselves to your person right now, or to the person on your mind. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So there could have been a fortunate turn of events for them in regard to a specific opportunity. And I feel like they are trying to invest heavily into a specific goal or opportunity that is presented to them right now, because it will lead to fortunate changes, although it may take some time. It does seem like whatever they're pouring their attention into will take time to manifest, but in the long run, it will bring about a lot of significant changes. Perhaps it's been hard to get into contact with this person because they are so focused on their own personal goals and desires right now. And it does seem like they really are trying to get more money or more financial security. Um, and they're very focused on that right now. So if that resonates with you, let's go on and see now if they will reach out to you. Will the person, well, got some cards jump out. Will the person on Group One's mind reach out to them? Let's see. Will the person on Group One's mind reach out to them? We have Strength coming out immediately. I wouldn't say immediately, but it came out. Will the person on Group One's mind reach out to them? Hmm. Hmm. You know, Group One, we have Strength, the World, and the Three of Cups. So part of me feels like they might be restraining themselves from reaching out to you until they have reached a certain achievement or they've reached a certain level, and then perhaps they'll feel more inclined to reconnect with you. That's what it really seems like. I don't really feel like it's a no. I feel it's more like in time, like maybe in time, once they feel more settled or feel like they have something to celebrate, like they have an achievement to tell you about, or they've reached this point where they're able to feel free enough to reach out to you. It seems like they would love to celebrate with you or have fun with you in some way, but it does seem like, I'm taking that as a confirmation, it does seem like they feel they need to be in a certain position before they're able to reconnect. And it does seem like they might be restraining themselves. Especially with a strength card coming out initially, it seems like they are restraining themselves from reaching out to you. And for some of you, you could have put a boundary up um, in regard to this person with the Queen of Swords, um, to where they feel like they can only come to you in a certain way, or maybe they feel like they need to become someone else or achieve something in order to reach out to you. Can we get a bit more information? Will the person on group one's mind reach out to them? Yeah, I do feel like there was some type of disconnect between the two of you with the tower on the bottom, or maybe there's just been some type of split, or maybe one of you has encountered some type of significant change that kind of led to the separation between you two. Um, there could just be a lot of changes taking place in their life or your life. Specifically, maybe their life, but again, it could be both of you. But definitely for some of you, I do feel like there was some type of falling out that had taken place. There could have been some regrets or feeling as if like things didn't go the way that either of you expected. There could have been some disappointments, some regrets with how things have gone or played out. It does seem like there is an overcoming of this and wanting to move past it, or maybe redirecting the attention or focus away from what has taken place, which is perhaps why they've been so heavily focused on either improving themselves. Not either. I feel like improving themselves includes improving their financial situation, or their environmental situation. They could be attempting to move or shift their life in some way. But it does seem like in order for them to feel ready enough to reach out to you, they need to accomplish something, or they need to be in a new phase of their life, or something has to close out before they're able to reach out to you. Excuse me. Anything else? Can we know? You know? Will group? I already feel like I've gotten the answer. So let's just see. Anything else that we need to know in regard to the situation for group one? Anything else here in regard to the situation for group one? A couple messages. I do feel like this person, um, I do feel like they will reach out, but again, success is subjective. I keep feeling it has to come after some type of major victory or after some type of accomplishment, and they'll want to celebrate that with you in some way. Um, but I also feel with these two cards, it's encouraging you to do what you feel is best for yourself. You know, do what you feel is going to lead you to a place of emotional stability and balance. And, realize that you have control over your own life. You don't have to sit and wait for anyone to make something happen in your life. But again, I also feel that it's important to respect yourself, especially if you've had to, enforce a boundary with someone. Um, really just try to understand if it's beneficial to reach out. So, you could, let's see, what's the advice for group one in regard to the situation? Any advice for group one in regard to the situation? Advice for group one in regard to the situation. Interesting. Wow. Look at that. We have 3 nines. 9 of wands, 9 of cups, 9 of pentacles. This really feels like a self-focused energy. So focus on yourself, Try to get yourself to a place of um, inner security. Make sure that you have what you want in your life, that your ducks are in a row, that everything that you are trying to achieve is, being in the works. Look at what you do have and really invest into that or those areas of your life. This does feel like a big energy of like focus on yourself and what do you want to create for your life, and what does an abundant and fulfilling life look like to you outside of just this person or whatever they have going on, whoever this is. In the meantime, while you wait, or if you do wait, I don't encourage any type of waiting for anything. I mean, let me not say anything, but in regard to a person, I don't really advocate for that. I really do see here for you, group one, is to not hurt yourself in waiting. If that's what waiting for this person is going to do, it's best to, really focus and redirect that attention back to yourself and finding ways to empower your own life. And with the Hierophant coming out as well, I do see that it's important to listen to your community. I'm thinking of that Doja Cat song, Listen to Your Friends. I'm gonna link it, LOL, but listen to your friends. If you've already have talked to those that you are close with about this and there's been a consensus that's been reached about the situation, consider that. It is your life at the end of the day, so you do what you want, but definitely, listen to the wise ones around you and focus on yourself. Maybe take in some wisdom from maybe a spirituality that you like to engage in, or a spiritual belief or text, or reading some books, or a book that you may be reading might bring you insight into some type of dynamic that you have with this person, or it could be a podcast or just some type of wisdom that you gain. Could be, encouraging you to seek out wisdom in regard to relationship dynamics or just in general, expanding your knowledge, focusing on your own education or focusing on your own development is encouraged. So, yeah, I think I will leave it here for you, group one. I'd love to know how it resonated for you. Let me know in the comments. Leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group two, and welcome to your reading on will the person that is on your mind reach out to you? So let's go on and take a look at that. We're going to start first by looking into your current energy. Then we're going to look into the person on your mind's current energy. And then we're going to see if they're going to reach out to you. So let's start by looking into you just to make sure that things resonate with you, to make sure that you're in the right group. So let's see. Group two. What's going on with group two? What's going on with group two? Interesting. Interesting. We have the Queen of Cups reversed and the Lovers. Oh, group two. I just feel lover girl. And you don't have to be a girl. But I just feel like you're in your feels, like maybe daydreaming about this person. You could be head over heels, very excited about, this new connect. Why do I want to say new? It doesn't have to be new. Just could be very excited about this connection or this opportunity, or um, very infatuated, I feel. Maybe a little. Um, I'm getting two things. Like you could be feeling this excitement, but also I'm feeling as if you kind of want to stay grounded. Like, you know, I'm feeling a little excited. Like I'm thinking of past situations that might have happened. I'm trying not to get too excited, trying not to get too invested. Like it's very interesting. I feel like let me get some more because I'm really about to read these cards. Okay. Can we? What's going on with group two? What's going on with group two? Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling like you're very excited about this person, or just in general. You could be very excited in your life. There could be a lot taking place, a lot of new opportunities. You could be, open to travel. There could be new opportunities to explore and expand your experiences in life. I feel like you could be needing to make a lot of important decisions right now. Um, and maybe for some of you, you're not trying to get too caught up in your emotions. But to be real, I think this person might already have you a little caught up in your emotions. Um, I'm not quite sure. I want to say I'm not quite sure what type of relationship this is, but for a lot of you, I do feel like this might be a romantic interest. It doesn't have to be, but for a good majority of those who chose group two, I do see that. And yeah, I do feel like they really caught you. um or they caught your attention. Let me not say caught you, because you're free. You're always free. Remember that group too. But I do feel like there's a major attraction. There is a lot of excitement. There's a lot of chemistry. Um, and it might be making you feel a little emotionally unstable. Let me not say unstable, just like it might have rocked your world a little. And you're just trying to really understand like what's going on the inside right now. Because you could feel a very strong pull towards this person. For some of you, you might feel like this is not the best type of person to be attracted to, because they might be a little flighty. They might be, maybe a bit hot and cold. Maybe they're very passionate and intense and fun and exciting when you have them around. But when they're gone, they might leave you feeling a bit dysregulated, a bit thrown off, and maybe a bit caught up in your emotions. Um, I am feeling a very passionate energy, very hot and heavy in this energy. Um, Definitely picking up on some vibes, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So this could be, a situation ship, or it could be a crush, or it could be, like I said, a love interest, or someone that you feel very drawn to. So that's what you got going on, group two. Let me, if that resonates, you might want to stay tuned, because now we're going to look into what's going on with this person on your mind, because, why aren't they reaching out to you if that's been the case? If this is how things are feeling, if this is how it's going, like, what's going on? So let's see. What's going on with the person on group two's mind? What's going on with the person on group two's mind? Group two. Group two. Let me just let me pause here. I'm going to show you the cards that I see. I know you see the bottom of the deck. I know you see the bottom of the deck. These are the two cards that came out, and I don't like the combination of all these cards, but we're gonna keep pulling. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on. I just need to know what's going on. What's going on with the person on group two's mind? Group two. And you know, this is why I don't always like to know. This is why I don't always like to know. But you need to know. Group two. Um, I really am gonna be so honest, like, first of all, live your life the way you see fit. Don't let me, a random girl on the internet, ever deter you from what you want to do in your life. Um, this should only be confirming what you feel on the inside. But in regard to this person that's on your mind, especially if they are a love interest, be very careful. Be very careful because I feel they're playing games. And it could be mind games. You know, I feel if you haven't heard from them, they're playing because there's no reason you shouldn't be hearing from them. And I only say that because I feel they're in a very selfish energy. You know, they're showing up in a way to where they can get what they want. They're really focused on getting what they want, any means necessary, no matter who it might harm or hurt. And I feel like, you know, they're keeping their distance in order to stay uh, detached from the situation. I feel like they're doing what they need to do in order to have access, in order to keep the ball rolling, per se, to continue to be able to do what they want to do in regard to the situation. Um, you know, the Ace of Wands is reversed, so I feel like they're withholding purposefully. Um, and I only say that because we have the Five of Swords here with the Magician, and I just don't. Whenever the Five of Swords is around, I do not sense good intent. And you know, the Magician is all about intention, or it's a key aspect of the card. And you know, they could have been hurt in the past, blah, blah, blah. All of us have been hurt at some point. That doesn't mean that you treat others any type of way. And I feel like they are not emotionally mature enough to handle the type of person that you are. And it's kind of disrupting your vibe, your flow. They could be focused on work, you know, in general, like most people are. I don't know why I don't like this person. I'm so sorry. I know that you have the feels for this person, group two. I know I'm sorry that I'm doing this right now, but I just feel like they're they're not just hurting you. I feel like their actions are imparting disappointment in a lot of different areas of life and with a lot of different people. Because I just feel like they're looking for an ego boost, and they could be involving a lot of people and causing a lot of issues and conflict with others internally or externally in order to get that ego boost. Um, it just feels like they're very desirous in that I want to say greedy, like nothing's ever enough. But again, like, I don't know this person. I'm just reading the cards that are coming out. Please don't shoot the messenger. You will know deep down inside. Again, you know, you could feel like you guys have a very deep connection. And I do feel you don't feel that for no reason. Like, you know, it's there. But both parties have to acknowledge that and honor it and be able to have the bandwidth to accept that into their lives in order for it to work out. And I feel like you being the lover that you are, um, they might not just deserve it. Can we get a bit more information about this person? Why am I rolling my eyes? I'm whatever. Can we get a bit more information about this person, please? Group 2. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. No, group 2. Group 2. I'm annoyed. I feel like I already know the answer. We're gonna ask the question. We're gonna ask the question if they're gonna reach out. I feel like I already know the answer. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll get there. We have the Emperor and the Knight of Swords here as well, and what's going on with them. I just feel like they have conqueror energy. Like they're just out trying to conquer. They're just out here on a quest, looking for the next best. And again, you can never be God because you're free, but don't let this person trap you in any way. Again, that might not be their goal. And of course, you know, if this is not resonating, please don't sit through it. And, you know, this is a very specific case. So I feel like if you would know, group 2. Yeah, I don't really sense emotional intelligence with this person. I feel like they play a game. They know what to say. They're very good with their words. Their actions might not line up with their words per se, but they know what to say. They could be very combative as well, or maybe they just have a very strong presence. I'm getting like hyper masculine. They don't have, I want to say they don't have to be, but again, these are the cards that I'm seeing. Like just my way or the highway type vibe with them. And they're just out here, out here, you know. First, you know, I feel a bit like directionless. Like they're out here with no direction. They're just wanting to uh, have something and enact their power and will over something in order to feel like they have power and control. So anyway, let's see. Will they reach out to you? Group 2. And I don't mean to do this person dirty. Like maybe they're the best person in the world. Truly in my heart of hearts, I don't think the best person in the world would have cards like that come out. But again, I don't mean to come for someone that you have feelings for. I'm just telling you how I see it. Group 2. And I only want the best for you. That's why I'm here. For real. So let's see. Will group 2, will the person on group 2's mind reach out to them? Will the person on group 2's mind reach out to them? I'll let you know what I'm hearing is when I see the cards. Will the person on group 2's mind reach out to them? I mean, yeah. Yeah, they will. When they want to. Uh, Let me clarify. See, we have we have these 5 cards coming out. It's the Sun, 3 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, 10 of Cups. And again, I felt it in the beginning, like, yeah, you know, yeah, I do feel like they will. The timing definitely varies. I feel with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords, it's a calculated attempt. Like they'll contact you when they feel it's best. Like, I'm not feeling like it's, I can't give you a time, but I do feel like them communicating with you is because they know that you make them feel good and they're looking to feel good in that moment. The Three of Swords being present, I don't feel like it'll be, the most joyous occasion. Um, I just get like heartbreaker energy. Will the person on group two's mind reach out to them? Will the person on group two's mind reach out to them? Hmm. We have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. See, I just get like, I want to say avoidant. This person could be avoidant. I don't know. Definitely avoiding emotions. So if you guys have had issues, or if they're sensing like, they need to be a bit more considerate of your emotions, I do feel like it will take time because they're not at a place to give you any of that. I really feel like at this point in the reading, it doesn't really matter if they reach out or not. Um, for those, I feel for those of you, where they do reach out, um, it's important to just really think about like why are they doing it? Why? And in general, for those of you in group two, I feel like it's best to try to detach yourself as much as you can from the outcome of the situation. Because I'm gonna be so real, like I do not like the cards that came out for the person or them reaching out. Yeah, we had the sun, but I feel like the sun is just a yes, like there's your answer, rather than like it's a good thing. I feel like them reaching out to you again might expose a lot of truths to you, and it might be truths that cause a bit of pain. Maybe it will reveal Mercury's retrograde. It will reveal intentions that they might have or make things more clear to you because the sun reveals as well. Yes, the sun is a beautiful card. It's probably one of the best cards to get because clarity is always a gift. Um, and I do feel like if they do reach out to you again, it will bring clarity to you, and you might feel as if you need to enact a boundary with that King of Swords that came out. But I feel like this person is not on your level in regard to emotional intelligence or bandwidth, and I don't feel like they will be able to care for you in the ways that you deserve. So, let's see. With that being said, any final messages for group two? Final messages for group two, please. We have Judgment and Ace of Pentacles. Let me tell you, when I've gotten the Judgment card, that was a wake-up call that I received that day. So there could be a wake-up call that's needed in regard to this situation. This could be alerting you to the opportunity of what this situation may bring to you in regard to a new level of self-worth and value that you gain, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. It might really be pushing you to care more for yourself or really value yourself more, um, to invest into yourself more, to invest into your health, your body, your spirit, your mind, your financial security or stability. There could be a lot here about really focusing on improving yourself, especially with the Hermit, maybe taking a bit more time to yourself to really see why you're drawn to this person or what is keeping you in this place. I do feel like it might be time to really reflect on how you are doing, how this situation is making you feel. Um, the Hermit usually signals a time of deep transformation and change within the self, and it could come at a time where it might feel like things are a bit dark, or it might feel like you're going through a lot in general. But the Judgment card is always a relief because you're being beckoned to embrace this new you that you're becoming, and it might require you to really take a step back and honor yourself and maybe put up some boundaries and know what your no's and your yeses are, your non-negotiables, like what's important to you. Because I know that you want consistency, especially in communication, which is why you're here. So if this person isn't giving you that, there's really no excuse. Because I feel like they know what they're doing. Anything else here? Final messages for group 2. Final messages for group 2. Yeah, this is encouraging you to close out a cycle, maybe that you've been dealing with in your love relationships, to find wholeness within yourself, to realize that you don't really need someone in order to be whole. I feel like you already know that deep down inside, but when you truly accept that you don't need someone who's not going to treat you right in your life because your life is already whole without them and they're only taking away from you, you're able to return back to that state of wholeness. Because I feel like this person is taking away from that sense of knowing, which I saw with the Queen of Cups reversed in the first place. Because the Queen of Cups, she don't need to be reversed. Okay, those emotions do not need to be jumbled up inside down. Okay, they don't need to be all over the place. We need to contain ourselves, and I feel like anyone who takes us out of that container of self does not need to be around. Because why are they poking holes? Why are they poking holes? Well, we're already whole. Hello? So definitely take some time to think about that. Realize that you deserve someone who is emotionally stable enough to provide that same stability to you, and that you are deserving of that type of person. So make way, make room for that person to show up by letting those who aren't meant to be exit stage left. Okay? Because I do see that you are meant to have people around you who uplift you, who are able to show up for you, who are consistent, who are comforting, who make you feel safe. And they give you the room to, be who you are. And they show up for you at all times in that. You shouldn't be afraid to bring up anything. I have a lot to say, but I feel like I need to just stop it here because, this person has me riled up. And if it's bringing me out of my element, if they're taking me to a level, I already know that they're taking you somewhere that you don't need to be. So, with that, I must conclude. Take care of yourself, group 2. Don't let anybody take away from you. Take some time to spend time with people who love you, who show you day in and day out that they love you. Be surrounded by your community. Lean on the support of your community. And remove yourself from environments, situations, and people who just make you feel as if you have to earn something. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that person, what they have going on, but you deserve better. So take care. Much love to you. I hope that this reading was helpful to you. Leave me some comments letting me know how you're doing, what's going on, and I look forward to chatting with you all. Until the next reading, take care. Okay, take care, take care, take care. Much love to you all. Bye-bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome to your reading on will the person on your mind reach out to you? So let's go on by first starting off by looking into your current energy just to make sure that you are in the correct group. Then we're going to look into the energy of your person. Then we're going to see will they reach out. So let's go on and do that. Start by seeing what's going on with you, group 3. So what's going on with group 3? What's going on? Group 3. How's group 3 doing? Group 3. I'm hearing a Billie Eilish song where it's like, I'm not sentimental. It's Billy Bossa Nova, but I'm feeling like you're feeling very sentimental actually. Like you're very nostalgic, you're reflecting on a lot of memories. You could be wanting to spend a lot of time with loved ones or really wanting to reconnect with people at this time. I feel like you are really desiring comfort, and you're really wanting to indulge in the comfortable things in life. I feel like you are wanting to reconnect in general. When I am recording this, we are in a retrograde period, so I do feel like, um, yeah, the retrograde could be really impacting you. Again, this is a timeless reading, so you could be seeing this at any time, but I'm definitely feeling like you are wanting to connect, especially if you've been dealing with a lot of pressures or stress or responsibility that you feel overwhelmed by. I am seeing that you're wanting to escape into connections with other people, specifically those connections that are nostalgic or they have fond memories attached to them. Can we get a bit more information here for group 3? How is group 3 doing? What's the energy currently for group 3? Yeah, I do feel that you are coming to the realization that you need to have a bit more fun or that you need to really focus on yourself, or maybe you're seeing that you want to spend more time focusing on fulfilling your own desires, especially if you've come out of a time where you feel like you've had to assert some type of boundary, or you've been needing to really stand your ground in regard to something or prove yourself in some way. You could be really investing a lot of energy towards completing goals or making important changes in your life, moving past certain difficult changes that you've had to encounter. Maybe you've come out of a time of a lot of conflict, or you've been dealing with some type of conflict in regard to a relationship in general, or just you've been navigating a lot of change. And that change has brought about a lot of chaos in some way and a lot of new challenges that you've been having to navigate on your own. And you're wanting to connect more deeply with your own desires in general, but especially with people that you have fond memories of, or people from your past, um, family. You know, I feel like you're getting some type of wake up call in regard to how you want to live your life, or you're really gaining more clarity or more insight about what can potentially fulfill you, or you're getting a better understanding of what fulfillment really looks like to you. Anything else for group 3? It feels like a really good place to be in, honestly, group 3. I feel like you're doing pretty okay. I like that. I like that. Even if you are dealing with a lot of pressure and stress, I want to say that you are assisted through this transition and this change. I feel like your challenges that you're encountering right now are helping to fortify this new version of you that is being developed, because it does seem like you're undergoing some type of major transformation at this time. Anything else for group 3? Group 3. What's taking place? What's going on for group 3? Yeah, I mean, it's just reinforcing that energy of change. I feel like you're moving into a new chapter of your life. You're needing to embrace new skills, new thoughts, new mentalities, new ways of being, new routines. Feels like a lot of change that you may be encountering, especially after a time of maybe some difficulty or challenge, I'm sensing. You could have had to really let something go, let a person go. You might be needing to move away from a person. I feel like you already are kind of distancing yourself from some type of situation of your past. I see you moving forward. You're in a really good place right now, group three. I feel there you should be proud. I feel like your spiritual team is proud of you. Your community is proud of you for navigating these changes so gracefully. It doesn't seem like it's been easy, but that's why I feel like you might be looking for like indulgences, or you might be really wanting to spend time with people that you love and really just doing things that make you feel good. Maybe even doing things that uh make your inner child feel good. You could be, wanting to just explore new hobbies. I'm not really seeing new hobbies. I feel like you're returning to old activities that made you feel good because it's reliable. So definitely looking for forms of comfort. Um, but yeah, your energy feels pretty good. So let's switch gears. Okay, let's look into the person on your mind. Let's look. Oh, I split the deck. I see the Five of Cups. Um, that song is so old. Kiss me through the phone, kiss me through the phone, see you later on. Da, 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 kiss me through the phone. I feel like, whoever this is, they could be missing you. Baby, you know that I miss you. I just wanna kiss you. But I can't right now, so baby, kiss me through the phone. Yeah. Oh, that's making me think. Um, yeah, I feel like this person misses you. I need to get the cards. But the fact that that came through and I split the deck, I see Five of Cups. I feel like they miss you. They could be looking at you through a screen because, kiss me through the phone. But again, let me get these cards first. Let me not get ahead of myself. Person on group three's mind. What's going on with the person on group three's mind? Group three, the person on group three's mind. Look at that. Look at that. And it came out. And it came out. We have the Five of Cups. I knew it. I knew it. Baby, you know that I miss you. Oh, for some of you, oh my goodness. For some of you, this could have been someone that you actually, have departed from on the physical plane. Um, yeah, and they could be in the stars. They could have been a family member. They could have been someone that you love dearly. And they could be contacting you through your dreams. Okay. But that feels like a very, very small number of you. That feels like a very small number of you. The others. I do not feel like this person has departed the earth. Okay. I feel like they've departed your life in some way. There definitely was an ending for sure that has taken place. And they are deeply regretting whatever led to that. Um, and I feel like they hold hope in their heart that maybe one day things can, get back to a place of being happy and things looking up. I feel like they put you on a pedestal a little bit with the star and the Ten of Cups. Um, I feel like they really are getting to see your true value through the loss of you, which is unfortunate. And they're missing the light that you brought to them. I feel like you healed a part of them. Maybe you opened up a part of them that maybe was wounded from their childhood or from their family ties. They weren't ready for what you were trying to give to them. But I do feel like they might be uh, processing some type of loss in general. They could just be really feeling like um, they've lost something in their life. And for some of them, they could have truly lost a person. Um, but this does feel related to this situation here. Um, yeah, it could have definitely been a falling out with the Five of Swords or some type of conflict or disagreement between you two. I do feel like they are regretting the error of their ways, but they feel like this is a situation that can't be changed. I feel like they probably lack the tools to change the situation. They don't really know how to make it better. Um, but it does seem like they hope that things will get better in time, or they hope that, you know, you guys are able to mend whatever has taken place. Let's get a little bit more. Anything else here about what's going on with the person on group three's mind? What's going on with the person on group three's mind? Yeah, I feel like even though things have ended, they may not feel like this is exactly the end. You know, or I feel like, you know, let me rephrase. I feel like they feel there was an ending, but it's hard to really process that it's actually over, or that, you know, something's over between you. What's going on with this person? Yeah, I feel, you know, they could be really replaying how things had gone in their mind with the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. You know, they could be staying up late. Um, I don't know what's going on with them. Honestly, it doesn't seem like it's the best. So I don't know what really happened between you and this person. Um, just seems like things maybe didn't exactly go the way that either of you intended, but they are dealing with some things. They might not be in the best headspace right now. They might still have to show up for work and, you know, show up in their relationships, but I feel like behind the scenes they're really dealing with a lot emotionally. Um, and I feel like they are attempting to move on, but you know, you still come up in their mind. So that's very interesting. You know, I'm noticing, and your energy and their energy is totally different. I feel like you are very focused on trying to move forward. You're very focused on trying to do things that make you happy. Um, and they're very focused on like what went wrong, or I don't know. It's very interesting. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Let me know in the comments, group three. You know, this is very interesting. I don't know the dynamics. Usually I'm able to pick up exactly uh, you know, what type of relationship. But I don't know the relationship dynamic here. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Will the person on group three's mind reach out? Will the person on group three's mind reach out to them? Will the person on group three's mind reach out? Will the person on group three's mind reach out? Will the person on group three's mind reach out to them? Um, group three. We have the Six of Swords come out initially. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and King of Pentacles. I want to say no, not right now. You know, I don't feel that they have the confidence to do so. I feel like they don't feel they have anything to offer to you. I feel like they look at you and think like they have it going on. Like they look good, they smell good, they have money, have a good life ahead of them. Like, what do they need me for? You know, that it's kind of that energy. You know, if anybody feels that way, let them stay away. You know, if they already feel like they can't offer you nothing, they probably can't. Okay, they probably can't. again, I don't mean to tear anybody down who's already down. But I'm not trying to encourage anyone who already feels that way to come towards you, because insecurity ruins a lot of things, especially relationships. So I'm not really thinking that you even would want someone who's feeling this way to come towards you, because what will that do for you, group 3? So yeah, I want to say no. I'm not really seeing that right now. Again, because I feel like they don't really feel that they have much to offer. They feel like it might be better to just let you um, move forward in your greatness, and perhaps maybe in the future, you know, the universe will bring you two together if it's meant to be, or God, or some forces will bring you two together if it's meant to be. But I'm not seeing that they are going to actively take action to make that happen. Will group 3 hear from the person on their mind? Will the person on group 3's mind reach out to them? We have the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, King of Wands, and the Tower. So, I feel, again, I don't think that it will be immediately. And if they were to reach out to you, it will be unexpected. I feel like they might just kind of keep their eye on you in whatever way they can with that Page of Swords. So it could be through social media, or some other way that they are able to access you. Maybe they might ask about you through mutual friends or mutual people that you guys know. But with the Five of Wands, I'm definitely seeing like they might be a little bit intimidated by the options that you have anyway. Or maybe they already have in their mind that you have options. And again, I'm sensing some type of insecurity with them anyway. So yeah, I'm feeling for the most part it's a no, not right now. Or at least just not right now. And again, if they were to contact you, it would be kind of random. Like you wouldn't be able to even predict. And I also feel like um, if they were to reach out to you, or by the time that if it even were to happen, you would be kind of moved on, or you would be in a place where it's like, whoa, like where did you come from? You know. So anything else? Let's get some final messages for you, group 3. Final messages for group 3, please. Final messages for group 3. Final messages for group 3. Aw, I love it. I love it. I love it. First of all, congratulations, group 3. You have successfully moved forward into a new chapter of your life that is full of abundance and fortunate changes. Okay, you need to pat yourself on the back. We have the World, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're working hard out here. You're making things happen. You're very focused on improving yourself and your circumstances, and that is recognized. And I feel like that work is going to lead to an improvement of yourself and your circumstances, like I was saying before. But also, I feel it's going to boost your self esteem. I feel like you are really seeing yourself in a new light. You're valuing yourself more, and the world is going to reflect that new self value that you've cultivated. Seeing a lot of new opportunities coming towards you. Yes, it will take some work. A lot of the things that you are wanting will come to fruition in due time. Patience is your best friend. Consistent effort and focus is also your best friend. Do not lose sight of the goal in the midst of all the new pretty things that will be coming to you, all the blessings that are headed your way. Stay focused and continue to do what has gotten you to this place of success. Um, continue to make beneficial changes in your life, and continue to move away from the things that disrupt you and your essence. Stay focused, move forward, and continue to do what's best for you. Okay, so that is what I have for you, group 3. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. Much love to you. You're doing amazing, and continue to do you. So until the next reading, you take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.